today I wanted to talk about 7 common planner mistakes. These are mistakes that either I have made on my own or I have seen other planner babes make. So we're going to be decorating my commonplace planner, and I'm going to be using the watercolor sticker book from Happy Planner in order to set up this whole spread. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first common planner mistake is scheduling too much. You're putting a bunch of tasks in your planner and then you get upset at the end of the day when you aren't able to complete everything. This happens to us a lot when we have just overwhelmed ourselves with all of the different things that we want to complete. Maybe we put too many tasks because we're super ambitious and we think that we can get these things done. However, this usually causes the opposite effect and make us feel like we're not productive at all. So the best thing to do here is to make sure that you aren't scheduling too much. What I like to do is to schedule no more than 3 important tasks every single day to make sure that I don't make this mistake. The second common planner mistake is a little bit related to the first, and that is to not plan your important tasks first. So on top of not scheduling too much, even when you write down the important things that you need to do and you may only put 3 items, you still want to put them at the top of your day. You want to try to do this around the morning time because most people are at the height of their thinking power, their energy, in the morning. So you should plan your most important tasks first thing in the morning when you have the most energy, and then you can plan all of those other mundane tasks, the things that don't require as much mental power, toward the end of the day. This will make it to where you are actually able to get those important things out of the way, those goal-seeking things that you have acquired to do. You want to try to do them as soon as possible. And even if you work a 9-to-5 job, you may want to try and work on waking up an extra 30 minutes before you start your workday so that you can work on your goals or the different things that you want to do and not just be so focused on the mundane everyday cleaning tasks or other things that we always have to do. You guys know that if you have my life planner, I have a top box that is dedicated to your important tasks. So make sure that you keep track of them there and you schedule them at the beginning of your day. The third common planner mistake is writing everything down and not using stickers to your advantage. So this is one that I started to notice when I was counseling different people on their planner setup. A lot of them felt like they just didn't have enough space in their planner because they wanted to write everything down, but they were not using stickers to their advantage. For me, a lot of my routines or different things can be triggered by the use of functional stickers. So I have small stickers that I will use that will trigger me to remember to budget or to remember to work out. I will use smaller stickers to my advantage and put them on the day or at the time that it's supposed to occur, especially if I have something else that is supposed to occur at the same time. So if you have something that you have to do at the exact same time as something else, make sure that you look for those functional stickers and use them to your advantage. You can signify to your brain that you have to do multiple things at the same time. The fourth common planner mistake is to not have a key or any type of coding system. So you're writing things down in your planner, but you don't have any type of system or a way to figure out your overall progress throughout the course of the week, or how well you are doing as far as how productive you are. So I like to use a red pen. I've talked about this a lot. You've seen it if you've seen any of my videos, but I like to use a black and a red pen. I will use black at the beginning of the week to kind of let myself know all of my plans, but then I will use a red pen throughout the course of the week to let myself see my overall progress. The red pen is the one that I use on on a day-to-day basis as I am going through my day, and I will check off things that have happened. I will exit off if it was canceled. I will draw arrows if it was moved or rescheduled. But this is a way to let myself know how I am doing throughout the course of the week. So even if you don't use a red pen, if you use a different color, if you use highlighters, you just need to figure out your overall system, your key, so that you can see how well you're using your planner. And this helps you know if your planning system is actually working. Common planner mistake number 5 is not having a backup. No system is perfect. There is no planner that's going to be absolutely perfect for you every single time. You're going to have instances where you don't have your planner in front of you, or maybe you left it at home, or maybe it's in your bag. Maybe you just can't pull it out at the exact moment when you need it. So you have to have some type of backup plan for when your planner is not accessible to you. I like to use my Notes app, and I like to use my phone calendar to remind myself of the super important things that I don't want to forget. Or if I just don't have access to my planner, maybe I'm in line at the bank, but I need to hurry up and jot something down. This is my system to where I can jot it down in my phone, and then at the end of the night I can pull up my phone and then I can transfer that information back into my planner. I know a lot of planner babes who feel like they only want to use their planner all the time, but no system is perfect, and you definitely need to have something in place as a backup when your planner is not available. Planner mistake number 6 is not planning to rest or not making any time for self-care. Your planner is full of everything that you need to do, the goals that you want to accomplish, the projects that you need to complete, the things that you need to clean, but you forgot to add any type of rest, relaxation, and there is no fun in your planner. You definitely got to add time for all of these other things to make sure that you're taking care of yourself and your overall health. Otherwise, you will start to look at your planner as a source of anxiety and worry, because you will be constantly thinking about all the things that you need to complete instead of looking at your planner as a productive tool that can help you overall. So you want to make sure that you have a full source of everything that you need in your planner, and look at it as a form of self-care and not just all the different things that you need to do. And common planner mistake number 7 is expecting perfection. You expect perfection as soon as you set up your planner. You want your planner to do everything and you want it to be absolutely perfect. But in reality, we definitely have to be creative in order to make our planner work. I have used insert sheets, I have used different color pens, I use stickers, and I love to experiment with my planner. I know that every single time that I open it, it's definitely going to be on me to make it work for me. So try and make sure that you are looking at your planner as a work in progress and not expecting it to be perfect as soon as you open it. I hope that you all have enjoyed this video on 7 more common planner mistakes that most people make. I will see you in tomorrow's video. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at The Organized Money, and I will see you next time. Until then, keep organizing your life so that you can achieve your dreams. Bye, guys.